Now let's study eucalyptus crochet method. Take out the green thread to crochet. First hook the small leaves. Loop the thread around the little finger and across between the middle and index fingers. Bypass the forefinger. Hold the thread between your middle finger and thumb. We do loop lifting. Wrap the thread around your middle finger. She pinched. Remove the crochet. Thread the crochet through the coil on your middle finger. Draw the thread. And then want the wire to hook it out. Form a ending stitch followed by 10 short stitches. Crochet through the coil. Turn the wire around. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. The crochet thread is wound simultaneously through the 2 coils on the crochet hook. Hang the marking buckle at the position of the first stitch. Next, hook 2 more short needles. After the 3 short needles are hooked, hook a lock crochet thread through the coil. Form a lock pin. Then 3 more short stitches. Three short needles and you're done. The small leaf is hooked with 10 short needles and the oak needle with 10 short needles. Pull the coil out. Crochet through the coil. Remove the marking buckle. Crochet through the position of the first stitch of the marked buckle. Take the winding and then pull it tight. Hook another lock pin. Bolt. The little leaves are hooked. The following. Hook medium leaf. Take out the green thread. Wrap the thread around your hand. Same way you hook the little leaves. Pinch the thread tightly. Bring up the needle. Use 2 short needles to squeeze the thread around your middle finger. Remove the crochet. Draw it and then wind the wire. Form a ending pin. Next, hook 2 short pins. The crochet was wound through the coil. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Thread is wound simultaneously through the 2 coils on the crochet hook. Hang the marking buckle at the position of the first stitch. Then 6 more short stitches. After the 7 short needles are hooked, shall we learn how to write a braid? It's a needle. Pull the coil out. Remove the marking buckle. Insert the needle at the position of the first needle and pull it tight. And then the second lap turn requires adding wire. Remove about 10 厘米 of wire and fold it in half. Place the wire between the thread and the crochet hook. Hook as the ending pin. Fix the wire. Next, hook some short stitches and add stitches. Add short needle. It is to hook 2 short needles into 1 needle. Keep the wire crocheted. On the 4th rail wooden hook, a short needle, a lock pin. Hook a short needle again. The remaining 10 stitches in turn hook some short stitches and stitches. After you have checked, draw at the position of the first pin. Thread tension. Bolt. Wet the coil over the wire. Wrap the end of the thread in. Pull it out and tighten it. The medium leaves are hooked. Next, hook the large leaf. Wrap the threader on your hand. Pinch the thread tightly. Bring up the needle. 7 short needles. Wrap the threader on your middle finger. Crochet through the coil on the middle finger. Draw the thread. And then want the wire to hook it out. Form as the ending pin. Next, hook 2 short pins. A short needle after the hook and the marking buckle at the first stitch position. Then 6 more short stitches. Pull the coil taut when the 2 short needles are hooked. Remove the marking buckle. Draw at the position of the first pin. Then start the second circle. You also need to add wire. Remove about 10 厘米 of wire and fold it in half. Place the wire between the thread and the crochet hook. Hook as the ending pin. Fix the wire. Hook a short needle in the first needle. Hook another medium to long needle. A medium length stitch is a crochet hook placed
Wrap
above
the thread.
You turn around the crochet hook. Insert the needle into the first needle. Take the winding. Now there are 3 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet 1 through 3 coils at once. This is a medium to long needle. Hook 2 medium length needles into the next needle. So it's a medium and long needle plus needle. The third needle is also inserted with a medium length needle. Hook a medium long needle into the fourth needle. Hook another long needle. Start by making a looper on the crochet hook. Take the winding. Crochet winding. Go through the first 2 coils and then through the last 2 coils. So this is a long needle. Next, hook a medium to long needle into the same needle head. The next 2 needle hooks hook a medium and long needle separately. The last needle is hooked into a medium length needle. A short needle. Draw on the first pin. Bolt. Pull the coil tight through the wire. The big ones are hooked. Next, hook the plus sleeve. Wrap the threader onto your hand. Pinch the thread tightly. Ring up the needle. 7 short needles. Wrap the threader onto your middle finger. Pinch to remove crochet hook. Thread the crochet through the coil on your middle finger, and then want the wire to hook it out. Almost ending stitch. Next, hook 2 short pins. A short needle after the hook. Hang the marking buckle at the first stitch position. Then 6 more short stitches. After the 7 short needles are hooked, pull the coil out. Remove the marking buckle. Draw at the position of the first pin. Then start the second circle. You also need to add wire. Remove the wire and fold it in half. Hook as the ending pin. Fix the wire. In the first order of needles, hook a short needle and normal needle. Hook 2 long needles in the second needle. It's long needle plus a needle. Hook a long needle into the fourth needle. Hook another long needle. Wrap the thread twice around the crochet hook. Draw out the incoming needle by winding the thread. There are 4 coils on a crochet hook. The crochet thread goes through the first 2 coils, and then through the middle 2 coils. The final pull out. This is a long needle. Then hook a long needle into the same head. Draw 3 long needles in the next needle heading. Hook a long needle on the next needle wood. Hook a medium long needle into the last short needle. Draw at the position of the first pin. Bolt. Pull the coil tight through the wire. This is a plus-size leaf. Next, hook the extra large leaf. Wrap the threader under your hand. Pinch the thread tightly. Wrap the threader under your middle finger. Bring up the needle. 8 short needles. Pull the crochet through the coil on your middle finger. Draw the thread. Then wrap the wire to hook out. 4 must end up. Next, hook by short pins. A short needle after the hook. Hang the marking buckle at the first stitch position. And then 7 more short stitches. After the 8 short needles are hooked, pull the coil out. Remove the marking buckle. Draw at the position of the first pin. Then start the second circle. You also need to add wire. Hook as the ending pin. Fix the wire. Hook a short needle in the first needle. A medium to long needle. Hook a long needle and a needle in the second needle. Hook 3 long needles into the third needle. The fourth needle first hooks 3 long needles. Hook 2 more locking pins. Wood hooks 10 long needles in the fifth needle. The sixth needle is still 3 long needles. A long needle and a needle in the seventh needle order. The last needle order is a medium long needle and a short needle. Draw at the position of the first pin. Bolt. Draw the wire onto the wire. The extra large leaves are hooked. You can erase the required models and sizes of leaves are hooked. Extra large leaf, extra large leaf. A leaf within a large leaf. The little leaves are gone. So each one is 2 crocheted pieces. Pull and cut the thread at the back of the leaf. The bottom wire is cut to the same length as the wire. Our preparations are done, and then we assemble it. Take out the flower rod and the green thread. You also need to use hot glue. The glue gun we use here. Hot melt glue is heated with the blue flame of a lighter. Once the glue has melted, it's ready to use. Let's start by assembling the little leaves. Place 2 small leaves on top of the stalk. Glue the tip of the flower rod. Glue the leaves on. Take out the green thread. The thread ends are placed underneath. Wind the thread on the flower pole. Tighten all the way down. Add medium leaves around 2厘米. The distance can be adjusted to your liking. Cut off any excess thread. Remove medium leaves. Continue to add tension. It can also be glued and wrapped. Add the leaves and tangle about 2厘米. Add the big leaves. Bring it to the same position. Add extra large leaves. The lower leaves are relatively large. We could have spaced it out a little bit. Finally, add extra large leaves. Add the last leaf. Continue to winding. The final break. Pull tight in the tail coil. A little bit more glue. Wind the threader out the glue a few times. Pinch the glue when it's not too hot. The final break. When the finishing touches are done, you can adjust the leaves to your liking. And eucalyptus was finished.